Hiya folks, and welcome back to Dad's Farm, and this is a very special edition of Dad's Farm because this is going to be the last episode of this little series for a little while. I'll tell you more about that later on. I have got £43,102 in the bank, but of course I'm not in debt anymore, which I'm really pleased about. And in this episode I'm going to do a few little things. So first of all, I've got a couple of crops I need to sell. I've got a whole soybean harvest I need to sell, I've got a silage harvest I need to sell, and I've got a whole bunch of eggs as well to get rid of as well. So I'm going to do that first, but what I really want to do in this episode is give you a full breakdown of the farm finances so you know where we stand, because I don't particularly know myself without working it out. So later on we're going to work out our net kind of asset value of everything we've got. So all of our tools and equipment. I'm also going to take you through all of the equipment that I've ended up using on Dad's farm, so you know if you want to make a farm like this what equipment you need to buy. And I'm going to take you through basically the value of everything, all of our fields, bank balance, all of the machinery, and we'll see whether this farm has actually been profitable in any way. For now, the soybeans are at an amazing price at the minute. It's the best price I've ever seen the soybeans. They're at £2,000 at the central grain elevator at the minute, which is the highest price I've seen for them. So let's go and sell some beans. Right, I've come back to the farm, and I might as well I've got quite a lot of eggs that need sold, and the eggs are at quite a good price at the restaurant at the minute. So I'm going to get this batch of eggs sold. So quickly load up the trailer with eggs, and then I'll get these off and we'll see how much we get for them. Be a little bit careful when you're loading up eggs, because if you accidentally turn the box upside down, sometimes they don't sell. You have to make sure the box is the right way around. Anyway, we'll see how we get on. And finally, as you can see, we've got a little bit of silage to sell. Now, the silage price isn't particularly amazing at the minute. Let's have a look. 259, that's terrible. So, I'm going to wait for the price of the silage to go up a bit, and then I'll come back to you. We'll sell that final crop of silage, and then we'll work out our finances, see where we are. Okay, it's taken a little while, but the silage is finally at a vaguely decent price, £373, which is not the best I've ever seen it, but it is a good price. So let's get this silage sold. One thing worth mentioning just as I'm finishing this off, and I took my baler, the Kuhn baler, over to the garage to get a different colour wrap for the plastic wrap. I decided to change over to the black for a change because I thought that looked quite authentic to what you see in the UK. You see a lot of black silage in the UK. And while I was at the garage, I did a repair on the let's just sound these. I did a repair on the silage baler, and because it was down to like 0% of maintenance or whatever, and I wasn't sure if that would make any difference or not, and man, did it make a difference. It made a huge difference. On these fields last time I got a total of 92 bales of silage out of all of these three fields, which is field 18, 21 and 22, which I've obviously modified a little bit to make them a bit bigger. And last time I got 92 bales out of it. This time, after maintaining the baler and putting it up to 100% maintenance status, I got 171 bales out of this. Now there is one other thing that I do want to test at some point, and I don't know if it's related, but the other thing I did was I waited, I think it was about 2 days between each cut of the grass, so the grass had a lot longer to grow, and I'm not sure if that's what's caused the extra yield, or if it's because I've had the baler maintained that's caused the extra yield. I will report back when I find out, but if you know the answer to that, please post it in the comments down below. But I think it's because I had the baler maintained. And yeah, massive difference to the yield. I mean, the yield was already really, really good using the two-cut method that I've chatted about before. But yeah, 171 bales of silage. I mean, you can see how much I'm making from this. This is from one silage harvest over these three relatively small fields. So yeah, maintain your baler. I'm not sure whether maintaining the windrower would also improve it, and maybe even maintaining the mower might improve it as well. I'm not sure, but the baler definitely seemed to make a huge difference. Right, final load here. That's it gone. Let's see what we just made on that harvest. £256,174 from a single silage harvest there, so that's not bad going. I need to work out the hourly rate again based on that, because that is huge. So last time I think it worked out at an hourly rate of £51,560. Well, assuming it took the same amount of time to do the harvest this time, at £256,174 for a harvest, that works out at £95,945 per hour, which basically absolutely categorically confirms that that is the most profitable way I've found so far of making money on Farming Simulator. But I will report back if we find an hourly rate higher than that. So let's head back to the farm. I'll take you through all the equipment that I've ended up with, and we'll do a final kind of profit analysis. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you all the equipment that I've bought and what I bought it for and what it's worth now, and we'll kind of work out what our overall net worth is and whether or not we've actually made any profit whatsoever. So you know me and spreadsheets, you can't beat a good spreadsheet, but I'm not going to go through every single item in here, but this is pretty much the order that I bought everything in. So if you're wondering what equipment I've bought to get to the net asset value that I've ended up at, then this is the equipment that I ended up buying, and in roughly this kind of order. But obviously this is spread over, you know, hundreds of hours of playing the game, and also bearing in mind that I started off in horrendous amounts of debt because I didn't realise that landscaping was costing me money. So what we're looking at here is the purchase price for every single item and also what its current value is. So if I sold that item now, what it would be worth. So for example, the New Holland C232 skid steer, I bought it for £49,000, and if I was to sell it now, it would be worth £29,770. As I say, I'm not going to go through every line item here, but if you want to pause the video and you want to have a look at everything that I bought, then feel free. But honestly, there's no right and wrong to this. You buy the equipment you want to buy, but I found this set of equipment worked really well for the sort of farming that I was doing. So in order to work out what my net worth is, I need to know basically if I took everything that I currently own and sold it, how much money I would have. And is that more money than the amount of money we had at the start of the game? Because if it's not, then the whole thing's been a complete waste of time. So the current value of all the equipment, so if I was to sell all the equipment now, it would be worth £369,091. Now bear in mind that I bought it all for over £1 million for all of that equipment, but if I was to sell it now, £369,000. I've also got a fair bit of land, so we've got fields 14, 15, 18, 20, 21 and 22, and all of that land fortunately doesn't go up or down in value. You basically, if you want to sell land, you can sell it for what you bought it for, and that is currently worth £1,055,208. And then finally, obviously I've got 375,000 odd quid in the bank as well. I haven't taken into account like stock of seed and fertilizer and bits and pieces like that. So there's a few things that I'm just not catering for. There's probably a few thousand quid's worth of stock, but it's not really worth bothering with. So the equipment purchase price, as I say, was £1,033,000, but that's not really a figure that I can use to work out our net worth because it's not worth that anymore. The equipment has depreciated and it is now worth £369,091. The land value, £1,055,000. Cash in bank, £375,000. And that means our net worth, if we were to just basically cash up and sell everything now, our net worth is £1,799,363. So have we actually made any profit? Well, the starting cash on Farming Simulator was £1.25 million, but that also included a £250,000 loan. So if you cash in that loan, pay the loan back basically, then the net starting cash was £1 million. And the good news is, obviously, our net worth now is 1.7 million, or pretty much 1.8 million. So our overall profit has been £799,363. So it wasn't a complete waste of time. We have actually made some money. I would have made a lot more money had I not wasted a huge amount on landscaping right at the beginning of the game. But yeah, you live and learn. So there you go, folks. I hope you found that interesting. As I say, feel free to have a browse through this list of equipment here that I've bought, but as I said, there's no right and wrong. You buy the equipment you want to buy, but this worked out pretty well, and overall I have made a profit. So folks, end of this series for now. The next series, this has all been in the States. We've been on a US farm. I think it's time to head home, head over to the UK and start up a new farm in the UK, and we'll see how we get on. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit subscribe. Take care, folks. I shall see you next time. Tatty bye!